Hey guys, Virginia here. I would like to welcome you to the COLAB, the Central Ontario Laboratory. We are here to educate, inspire, and activate. Welcome to the COLAB.
Hey there, I'm Virginia. This is The Hair That Lives on Top, and today we have a very special guest.
That's right, and I'm Jamie Doran. I'm the Executive Director of Research, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship here at Georgian College. Our special guest is actually a student named Kaitlyn Thompson, and she started a business recently, so we're going to hear all about that. All right, over to you, Virginia.
Let's get to know Kaitlyn. So, Kaitlyn, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself and your business?
Sure. So I started my journey with dance at the age of 3. I experienced the love and the joy that it brings, and I wanted to create a safe space for children to express themselves while growing inside and outside of the studio. So I'm creating a studio called Inspirations Academy of Dance.
So, Kaitlyn, what drew you to dance in the first place?
My parents put me into a day camp, and I loved it so much. So they enrolled me into dance throughout the year. So I took class once every week, and I loved it and continued it through my whole life.
Awesome.
That's cool. So you took your passion for dance, and now you've started a business around it. So tell us a little bit about that journey.
So it wasn't till I was 10 and I switched studios, and I found the second family, the second home part of being a dancer. So I just loved that feeling. And so I wanted to provide that for other kids who may not have the opportunity in a different town. So I decided that I wanted to become a dance teacher at first. And then I decided that why not go farther than that and really actually provide that space for those children.
I did see your before and your after pitch video. What was your experience with that when you saw it? Were you surprised?
Yeah, definitely. So the first day I was so nervous because I had no idea what to say. So I was stuttering and everything. And then I went and I worked on my everything that I wanted to say. We did it every week, and there was always something I needed to change. And so I would go to my industry mentor, and I would go to Rob, and eventually I really had what I wanted to say down packed. And when I actually say it, it never sounds the same, but it feels better than it did the first time.
Amazing.
That's good. As long as you get the main points in, you can kind of say it a little different each time.
Yes.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So you took all this growth, you took this through Further Faster.
Further Faster really, really helped my growth in the business, because there was so many things that I didn't even know that I had to consider, because I never have opened a business, obviously. So my first goal was to open the doors in 2023. But because of the Further Faster program and having all that time to do the research and everything like that, I am now looking at the possibility of opening next summer, so in 2022.
That's
cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's involved in opening for you? You have to find a space, I guess, and
that's probably the biggest thing that's going to be difficult for me, because I need enough space for dance, which is hard sometimes.
Yes.
I want to make sure that it's a welcoming space, so I want to make sure that it's feels homey and stuff like that. So it'll definitely be hard, and I haven't found anything yet, so that's definitely the hard part, but I'm going to keep looking throughout this year.
Awesome.
So my previous question, which was you took your passion and developed a business, and tell us about the journey. So a follow-up question for you, Kaitlyn, is, what advice would you give others who are trying to take their passion and make it into a business?
So one of the biggest struggles that I ran into with following my passion and turning it into a business was the amount of people that were telling me that I shouldn't do that I should go find something else, something more realistic, like being a teacher or something like that. And, don't listen to them.
That is great advice.
Yeah, you're just gonna be so much more happy like if you're doing what you love every day, and
That's true.
putting your hard work and effort into something that you enjoy doing is so much better than doing something that you hate doing every day. So that would be the biggest.
That's an Instagram snippet right there.
That is, yeah, that is awesome advice. Totally. And if you're doing something that is your passion, you don't mind working on it, like any part of it at any time of day, right? And a lot of
Exactly.
entrepreneurs, they work, as many hours as they can in a day trying to get all their stuff done and get their business rolling. So if you love doing it, it's easy. It doesn't even feel like work.
Yeah, exactly.
So COVID has presented a bunch of challenges for all businesses. What challenges did you have with COVID?
So so far I haven't run into anything yet that has affected me yet, but definitely if we keep going like this, out of lockdown, in lockdown, it definitely
Right.
brings some struggles to the table, but Zoom is a wonderful thing, and
Yes.
teaching classes over Zoom isn't impossible. It's definitely a lot harder, but I could definitely see that being a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually brings into play, like if a kid is sick but they want to still join the class, we now know the technology and have the technology to
Mm-hmm.
have them still be able to be virtually present in those classes but staying at home to keep the rest of the kids healthier. I think it's actually going to be a great thing that now we can have everybody has that technology now, so it's going to be a lot easier to go about that.
That's awesome. Thinking so positively about it. I love it.
Yeah.
Here's a big question. Why do you think arts-based businesses are so important?
Especially with children, I think sometimes if they don't have some way of expressing themselves, they start to almost like lose themselves, and
Mm.
in a way. So when they come to dance, they don't need to use like their words to express themselves. They can express themselves through their body, which sometimes
Awesome.
really helps them grow. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen a lot of children come into class on the very first day, not want to talk, very shy, even nervous to dance, because especially if they've never done it before. And it's so great at the end of the year, reflecting back on how they were when they came in to now what they are now. And it even makes them so much more confident at school, because
I bet.
they just grow their confidence in dance, and it's just a wonderful thing for them.
So do you get, like, who do you get as clients, or who are you hoping to get as clients for your business?
I'm hoping to have, my main focus is years 2.5 to 18, but I definitely am looking more into offering classes for adults too, like
Mm-hmm.
Zumba classes, dance classes. Like I'm even looking into doing like bungee fitness at my studio.
Oh,
Oh,
So
that's
yeah.
fun.
yeah, it looks super fun, and I would love to offer that.
Awesome. I was going to ask if you would teach me how to dance, and I believe that if you're going to do adult classes, that's something that I would take part in. Because
Definitely.
I've wanted to do it for a long
Yeah,
time, but I want someone who's not, going to make me feel weird or like uncomfortable about the fact that I have zero coordination.
honestly, dance classes for adults are so much fun. Like I've taught the adult classes before, and it's just a blast because everyone, like nobody cares what anybody looks like. Everybody's just there to have a good time, and
Awesome.
it's so great.
So what did you do for your program at college?
I'm actually in school for entrepreneurship right now. So
Nice.
Sweet.
yeah,
That's a
it's so
perfect
great.
fit.
Yeah, I'm learning like a whole bunch like every single day, so it's so great.
Cool. So, like, when you start learning about business, and I know this from my own personal journey, but there's so many surprises, right? That you kind of think you know what you need to do, and then suddenly you start learning, and like, wow, I had no idea how to do that. Can you give us a couple of examples of surprises that came your way?
Well, I definitely didn't think accounting would be as hard as it is. So I definitely don't think that that's going to be something that I'm going to be doing on my own. I think I might hire someone for that.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I don't really like doing it either. So for our
No,
businesses, we definitely use an accountant, bookkeeper, and
yeah.
accountant.
I was originally planning on doing hopefully everything myself, but then after taking the accounting class, I was like, I at least like at this point I know like enough to like get through it, like to know that my accountant is doing it properly or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think I will be doing that by myself.
And that's something that you can make the choice of when you're starting your own business is, okay, who is really going to be in charge of my finances? Like, I'll be in charge of them, but I can probably have somebody else do them, so I can take that 10% of time that I'd be spending on those finances and actually spend it on my business instead.
Yeah, do the things that you love doing. Keep an eye on everything else, like if you're the CEO type. So what else was surprising for you in your plans?
I just like my program is so cool right now because everybody is in it for a completely different reason.
Yeah.
Like some people are in there too because they have a service that they want to provide, kind of like mine's a service, not a product, really.
Yeah.
And there's other people in there with like cool product ideas, and
Mm-hmm.
it's super cool because as we all like move through this program together, everybody's getting farther with what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's like super cool, and that like eventually we'll be able to like see what each other have done and like each other's like success, and it's just a great program to be in.
That's cool. So are you learning then from each other? Like, have you seen other businesses that you're taking things from or learning from?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm usually very nervous to do like public speaking and like talking in front of people, but this program has like I've been watching like everybody else be so confident in expressing their businesses and stuff like that.
That's
So it's
wonderful.
just yeah, I've just like kind of been like, oh yeah, like I want to do that too. So I've been really working on like doing that.
It's so fun learning about people's business ideas and the stuff they're doing to get it rolling and that. And I know you mentioned this a little bit before, but I wondered, like, your target audience is 2 year olds to 18 year olds mostly, but so why is it about what is it about that youth group that you think, why do you focus in that area, and why is that important to you?
Well, I did a research thing where I asked like for parents to tell me why they enroll their children in extracurriculars, and I
Oh
got
yeah.
like to be active, to have that sense of like learning how to be a part of a team, and um, growing socially.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like that's super important, and I love working with children and growing their confidence because so many lack confidence, and when like they get older it like they kind of need like a little bit more confidence, and I think that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge part of life, and I would love to make that difference in their lives, so eventually they come back and they realize that everything like that I did for them growing up, that they can hopefully I'll get people to come back to me and be like, you helped me so much, because that's the way I view my dance teachers. I have dance teachers that I'm like I still keep in touch with them all the time because they were like family.
Yeah, they're inspirational, like role models, like family.
Exactly. They really helped like shape me into the person that I am today, and I'm really thankful for that, and I hope to do that for them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's like a selling feature too for your business. You're providing that. If you can convey that in your marketing,
Yeah,
that this is
exactly.
another
Awesome.
family and a support group, and then plus all the other benefits like the exercise and teamwork
Yeah.
and all that.
Well, I think we have exhausted our list of questions for the day. Kaitlyn, would you like to do us a solid and point to the like and subscribe button and ask people to like and subscribe?
Please like and subscribe to this amazing channel.
Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks, Kaitlyn.